Welcome. Thank you for joining me for your practice today. We're going to begin with some breathing. So if you come and find a comfortable position, lying down on your back, finding a way for the legs and the arms to rest. Closing down the eyes or choosing a steady point of gaze. And just beginning your practice with a couple of more full and deep conscious breaths. As you let yourself arrive. Landing physically in this space. Coming home to your body. To your breath. And just notice how you're breathing. Notice if the breath feels quite short and sharp. Maybe there's a sense of tension. See if you can start to slow down your breath. Think about breathing a little bit more deeply into the body. Instead of breathing into the chest, can you think about breathing down towards the bottom of the lungs or the diaphragm? When you breathe in, feeling the lower ribs expanding in all four directions. And as you exhale, feeling the ribs moving back towards the center line. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. And trying to drop into a rhythm where the inhale and the exhale are equal. You're not pulling the breath in, holding, pushing the breath out and holding, but there's this very continuous, steady flow. And just noticing that when you breathe in this way, it helps the body to relax. It helps the mind to be more still, more spacious. And there's a quality of steadiness, ease, balance. In our yoga practice, we tend to get very caught up with what is happening physically, this sense of striving, achieving, or desiring. And really trying to let that go today and instead focus on this quality of steadiness. Focus more on the way that you're breathing. Regardless of what is happening, can you keep that quality of peace? Gently wriggle the fingers and the toes. Reaching the arms over the head if it feels good. Hopefully you're not feeling too sleepy. Hug the knees in, give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. And then finding your way into downward facing dog. So you might like to lift yourself up. You might like to rock and roll yourself up and then step yourself back. Hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and then press back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stretching the fingers, pushing through the palms. As you lengthen up through the arms, through the side body, can you lift your hips? Shin bones press back, the heel bones draw down, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, come forward to plank, bring the shoulders over the wrists. If you had to wriggle your hands and your feet for plank, keep them as they are now. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest and the chin down to the ground. Inhale, point the feet sliding forward and through, low cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, seat back to the heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward to a lunge. Exhale, back knee comes down to the ground, point the back toes and lift up the torso. Bring the hands to the hips and you want to feel that your pelvis is level. So right hip pulls back, left hip drives forward. Your tailbone is long and your belly is pulling in. As you inhale, reach the arms alongside the ears. And as you exhale, catch hold of opposite elbows. Now you're using this arm variation to get this feeling that you can scoop up through your elbows and open up through the upper arms, through the armpits and through the chest. Now maybe you need to wriggle the right foot a little further ahead. And then as you exhale, bending deeply into the front knee. Now you don't need to rush here. Pushing down through the feet. Front foot presses down and slides back or gets this feeling of sliding back. Back foot presses down, slides forward. Tailbone is long, navel draws in. If it feels right, you can start lifting your chest up and slightly back, but don't lose the breath. Focus more on the breath rather than pushing the body. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, hands down, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward to a lunge. Exhale, back knee down, point the back toes, lift up the torso. Hands catch the hips again, just feel that the pelvis is level. Maybe wriggling the left foot ahead. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, catch hold of opposite elbows. See if you can have the other forearm on top. Take an inhale, scoop up through the arms. And exhale, bending deeply into the front knee. Pushing through both feet. Front foot tries to slide back. Back foot tries to slide forward. Tailbone long, pull the belly in. And if it feels right, find that space by lifting the chest up and slightly back. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, float the arms high. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Soften the knees. Walk the feet forward. Stop when your toes are behind your wrists. Feet stay hip distance apart, feet parallel. You can keep the hands pushing down to the ground. You might like to use blocks. Wherever you are, spread your toes. And as you push down into your feet, feel your shin bones pull back, feel your kneecaps lift up, your quads are engaging. Sit bones lift and just relax the tension around the head, the shoulders, the jaw. Shake it out a little, let it go. Breathing in, breathing out. Soften the knees. Wriggle the feet all the way together. Chin to the chest and very, very slowly, bone by bone, rolling all the way up to stand. Letting the head come up last. And take a moment to roll through the shoulders. Stepping forward to the top of the mat if you're not quite there already. And just take a moment to find your Tadasana, so big toes touch, your feet slightly apart. Bring the palms together at the heart, closing down the eyes. Feel your body, feel your breath. And try to get a sense of that inner quality of steadiness. Within the spiritual practice, this is known as equanimity, the ability to stay steady, even with all the change that might be happening around us. And this is one of our biggest challenges as a human being, is that we do live in a world that is constantly changing and shifting, whether it's the situations around us, the relationships, the environment. Maybe it's from within us, the thoughts, the feelings, the stories. And it can be so easy to feel like life is constantly pushing and pulling us around. And so to have this quality, this equanimity, can literally be a superpower. It's that anchor or that stabilizer that we need when things are a bit challenging. So just let the practice be about cultivating that today. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale a full breath out. Release the arms alongside the body. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Press the palms, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, fold over the legs. Uttanasana. Hands to the earth or the shins. Let the head be soft. Inhale, look up. Step the right foot back for a lunge. Strong back leg. Exhale, left foot to plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, push the earth away. Option always knees down. Exhale, slowly bend the elbows. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to cobra or to upward facing dog. Shoulders back. Use your legs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gazing at your feet or in between the legs and hold. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, hands press down, hips lift high. Exhale, 2. Breathe in, lower ribs draw in, navel draws in. Breathe out, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Breathe in. Breathe out, 5. Inhale, right foot steps forward to a lunge. Use the hand to step the foot through if you need. Exhale, hold strong through the back foot. Inhale, left foot steps next to the right, lift up the chest. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, stand up, reach the prayer to the sky, gaze into the thumbs. Exhale, release the arms alongside the body, Tadasana. 1 more. Inhale, reach the arms up, gaze up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up. Step the left foot back for a lunge, strong back leg. Exhale, right foot to plank, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, push the earth away. Exhale, slowly bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or to upward facing dog. Use your feet, use your hands, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Steady gaze, steady breath. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, spread the fingers, push the palms, lift the hips. Exhale, 2. Breathe in, feel that your legs are strong. Heel bones draw down. Breathe out, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Breathe in. Breathe out, 5. Inhale, left foot steps forward to a lunge. Exhale, hold. Inhale, right foot steps next to the left, lift up the chest. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, stand up, reach the prayer to the sky, gaze into the thumbs. Exhale, release the arms, Tadasana. Inhale, deeply bend the knees, reach the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, Tadasana. Now just watch your feet here. Try not to let your toes wing out or your knees wing out. Your feet don't need to be together, but they do need to be parallel. Inhale, deeply bend the knees, reach the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, Tadasana. Inhale, deeply bend the knees, reach the arms up, Utkatasana. This time we'll hold, pushing down through the feet. Feel that you can deeply bend your knees, but try not to let your chest drop down. So keep the thighs where they are, but lift the chest. Tailbone is long, belly pulls in. Even though you've got that strength through the legs, can you feel a little bit more light through your arms? Breathing in, feeling steady, feeling calm. And as you exhale, fold over the legs. Uttanasana. Inhale, look up. Step the left foot back for a lunge. Exhale, hold, prepare. Check knees on the ankle, thigh parallel to the ground, strong back leg. Inhale, lift up the arms, lift up the torso, high lunge. And exhale, open the arms and the hips, plant the back heel, warrior two. Inhale, extend the front leg straight, check your feet, firm your legs. And exhale, reach forward as far as you can. Hand down to the shin or the bind or the block, reach the top arm high for Trikonasana. Keep those toes spreading. Anchoring into the ground to feel that strength through the legs. Gently drawing the torso back in space so you can reach through the crown, reach a little higher. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, push into the feet, stand all the way up. Exhale, bend the front knee deeply for warrior two. Now if your knee is over your ankle, widen the stance. Then moving with the breath, inhale, extend the front leg straight, reach the arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, bend and expand, warrior two. Inhale, extend, reaching up, lifting up, use the arms. Exhale, bend, expand, warrior two. Inhale, extend, reaching up, lifting up. Exhale, bend, expand, warrior two. Check the front knee. Now option, forearm to the thigh or hand down outside of the foot. Maybe you like a block. Sweep the top arm up and over the ear for extended side angle. On the inhale, you're pushing into the back foot. You're reaching through the fingertips so that on the exhale, you can spin the chest. Right arm, right thigh, pushing in towards each other. Use that action to roll the top hip. Breathing in, breathing out. Look down, hands down either sides of the front foot, pick up the back heel. Extend the front leg straight and then hop the back foot in as much as you need to push down through the heel. You can be on your fingertips or you might like a block underneath each palm. Take an inhale, look up, draw the right hip back, level your hips and exhale, fold chin to shin. Keep the toes spreading, anchoring down into the ground as you squeeze through the quads. On the inhale, you're making space. On the exhale, you're softening in, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, bend into the front knee, palms flat. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank, shoulders over the wrists. And exhale, let's just hold here. So if at any time you need the knees down when we're in plank, and even if I forget to say it, because often I do, know that you can always place them down for support. Don't let your back pull. Now, wherever you are, you're pushing the earth away. Try not to lock those elbows. Spreading through the upper back. Push the space between the shoulder blades up. Pull the belly in. Use your legs. Take one more breath in. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, sliding through to cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, seat back to heels. Downward facing dog and breathe. Try not to get caught up in the physical sensations, the mental sensations. Use your breath. Inhale, left foot steps forward to a lunge. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift up the arms, lift up the torso, high lunge. Exhale, open arms and hips, plant the back heel, warrior two. Inhale, extend the front leg straight, check your feet, firm your legs. And exhale, reach forward as far as you can. Bring the hand down towards the shin, reach the top arm high, Trikonasana. Anchoring into the ground. Squeezing through the quads. And notice when you push into your back heel, you can draw the torso back in space a little, lengthen through the neck, through the crown. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, push into the feet, stand all the way up. Exhale, bend the front knee deeply for warrior two. If you can, widen the stance. Then with the breath, inhale, extend the front leg straight, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend and expand, warrior two. Inhale, extend, reaching up, lifting up. Exhale, bend, expand, warrior two. Last one, inhale, extend, reaching up, lifting up. Exhale, bend, expand, warrior two. Just check the front leg, then option forearm thigh, or hand down outside of the foot. Sweep the top arm up and over the ear, Parshvakonasana. Inhale, reach from the heel to the fingertips. And on the exhale, you're spinning the chest. Now try not to let your left hip stick out or your left knee fall in. You're trying to keep that 90-degree bend. As you push into the back foot, can you roll the top hip? Can you spin the chest, lengthen through the neck? Breathing in, breathing out. Look down, hands down either sides of the front foot, pick up the back heel, extend the front leg straight, and then hop the back foot in so you can press the foot down. Take an inhale, look up, draw the left hip back. Don't be afraid to use props. And exhale, fold, chin to shin. They're going to help you feel more calm. Anchoring down into the ground. Feel the shin bones pull back. Feel the backs of the knees, the backs of the thighs open. And don't push, don't force. Just on the inhale, you make the space. And exhale, you soften in. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, bend into the front knee. Slide the right foot back. And exhale, step back. Downward facing dog, hips lift high. Inhale, come forward to plank, shoulders over the wrists. And again, you can bring the knees down if you need. Now moving into forearm plank. So I want you to bring your right forearm down to the ground and left forearm down to the ground. Keep your elbows no wider than the shoulders, but interlace your fingers into a fist. Don't squeeze those hands too hard. Be nice to your hands. Now you're pushing down through your forearms. Principles are the same. Feel that spreading sensation through your upper back. Pull your lower ribs in, pull your belly in, your tailbone is long, and squeeze your glutes, squeeze your legs. Take one more breath in. Exhale, bring the knees down, and then very carefully collapse onto the ground. Rest the head. Rest the legs. And just breathe. And we all have those things, whether it's in our yoga practice or out in our life, that just really brings that feeling of fire or heat. Those things that cause us to lose our balance and our steadiness. It's not about feeling bad about that. It's not about feeling guilty about that. We're trying to learn how to handle those moments with more skill. And then gently let's prop up into Sphinx. So elbows no wider than the shoulders, similar to that forearm plank. Forearms parallel, spread the fingers, push down through the palms. Now use your legs here. Don't forget to use your legs. So tops of the feet push down, your big toes are reaching straight back, kneecaps lift. Now try and pull the tailbone long as you pull your belly in. And try to get this feeling that you're reaching back through the legs to reach forward through the chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Can you lengthen through the neck, through the crown? Take one more breath in. And then as you exhale, come down. Release the head. Relax the arms and the legs. Maybe if it feels good, rock those hips from side to side. Now just gently wriggling your legs together. Take your arms back alongside the body, palms facing down. Now with the breath, inhale, lift your head, your chest, your arms, your legs. And exhale, release and come down. Good. Two more. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your arms, your legs. Exhale, release and come down. Last one. Inhale, lift your head, your chest, your legs, your arms. Good. Now hold here. Try not to bend those knees. Even if you have to straighten your legs and the legs come down, don't worry about it. Reach through the toes. Tops of thighs lift. tailbone is long. Can you squeeze your shoulder blades? Can you lift a little higher? One more breath in. And exhale, release and come down. Hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes. Seat back to the heels. Downward facing dog. Hips lift up high. Soften the knees. Slowly, step by step, walk the feet forward. Stop when your toes are in between your hands. And exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, deeply bend the knees, reach the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to stand, Tadasana. Inhale, deeply bend the knees, reach the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, look up, step the left foot back for a lunge. And exhale, hold, prepare. Knee on the ankle, thigh parallel to the ground, strong back foot. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the torso, high lunge. And exhale, just catch your breath. Now notice if you have that habit of lifting your hips up. Now we can actually feel a little bit more wobbly when we do this. So really try to get that feeling of keeping the hips low, strong through that back foot, use your arms. Now let's strengthen these legs a little. So as you inhale, extend the front leg straight, reaching up, lifting up. Exhale, bend the front knee deeply, strong back leg. Inhale, extend, reaching up, lifting up. Exhale, bending deeply. Last one, inhale, extend, reaching up, lifting up. Exhale, bend a little deeper. Now hold here. Try not to rock your hips, so right hip pulls back. Now keep your arms with your ears and just start to tip your torso forward. Now you're aiming for about 45 degrees, just do your best. And if you can't keep the hands here, bring the palms to your heart. Strong through the feet, strong through the legs. Now carefully tip the weight forward into the right leg. Lift the back leg enough so it's parallel to the ground, and you'll be in your warrior three. Keep the back foot flexed. Try and point your toes straight down. That's going to help you keep your hips level. Reach through the arms. Keep the neck long. Steady breath. One more breath in. One more breath out. Soften the right knee with control. Inhale, big step back. High lunge. Oh my goodness, my leg. And exhale, hands down. Step back. Downward facing dog. Bring the knees down, either rest in child's pose or in a kneeling position. Don't panic, we're going to do the left side. Just relax. And let the breath bring you back. And that potential for peace and steadiness, it's always there. Inhale to the hands and the knees. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward to a lunge. Exhale, hold, knee on the ankle, thigh parallel to the ground, strong back foot. As you inhale, lift up the arms, lift up the torso, high lunge. And exhale, just prepare, level your hips, strong through your arms. And with the breath, inhale, extend the front leg straight, reaching up, lifting up. Exhale, bend the front knee deeply. Good, two more. Inhale, extend, reaching up, lifting up. Exhale, bending deeply. Last one, inhale, extend, reaching up, lifting up. Exhale, bending deeply. Hold here. Feel that your legs and your hips are stable, and then start to tip your torso forward about 45 degrees. Now, we're not resting on the front thigh, okay? So don't be cheeky. Reach through the arms, keep pulling the left hip back, strong through that back leg. Then slowly, with control, tip the weight forward. Lift the back leg for your Virabhadrasana 3. You're flexing the back foot, pulling the belly in as you reach forward through your arms. Good, those wobbles are always going to be there. You're just trying to find that feeling of centeredness. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Soften the knee. Inhale, big step back. Landing in your high lunge. And exhale, hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Drop the knees down and either child's pose or just coming into a kneeling position. Breathe. And if you're in child's pose, just carefully rolling up so that you are in a kneeling position. Now, if it doesn't feel good for you to be like this on the feet or the thighs, you can sit onto a block or you can cross your legs. Now, we need to interlace your fingers and stretch your palms forward. Good. Try and extend through those elbows and then reach the arms up alongside the ears. Now, I just want you to be mindful of your posture here, okay? So some of us already are quite inclined to have the tailbone sticking out and the ribs flaring. And even if we aren't usually standing like that in our day-to-day posture, just taking the arms over the head tends to, or can tend to, encourage that. So I want you to really focus on lengthening your tailbone long as you pull your belly in and pull your lower ribs in. And you'll just notice that you'll feel much more steady and stable. Try to feel like you're pushing down through your sit bones and you're using that action to open up through your ribs, through your armpits, through your arms. Try not to let your head throw back. Try not to let your head drop. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, release the arms, release the interlace, and give the shoulders a little bit of a shrug. Good. Little bit more shoulder work. Left arm out towards the left side. Spin the palm backwards. Sweep the hand behind the back. You can use your right hand as an assist and then reach the arm high. Just watch out for that flaring and then bend the elbow. See if you can catch your bind. Now, I don't want you to struggle for your hands, so you can just hold your shirt or use a belt or a towel. Again, think about what is happening in the rest of the body. I want you to try to teach your body how to stay in that stable position. Keep your neck long. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then release the hands, release the bind, and give the shoulders a little bit of a shrug. Good. Now switching sides. Take the right arm out towards the right side, spin the palm backwards, and then bend the elbow. You can use your left hand as an assist, and then reach the arm high, and then take the hand behind the back for the bind. Now you might notice that you don't feel very balanced from side to side on this, and I just don't want you to worry about it, okay? So keep the body nice and stable. Top elbow lifts up high, bottom elbow draws down. Steady breath, steady mind. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Release the hands, release the bind, and give the shoulders a little bit of a shrug. All right. So throughout our class today, we focused on creating that feeling of steadiness in the body with some standing, some strength, and some balancing postures. And I want us now to look at that in Salamba Shirshasana, so this Sanskrit pose, which just means supported headstand. Now we're going to start with a half headstand or Ardha Salamba Shirshasana, and then we'll come down, we'll take a little bit of a rest, and then there's going to be the option to repeat half headstand or go into full headstand. Now, even if you can do the full variation of headstand, I know I'm not with you, so in essence, you can do what you want, but it can be good just to take the half headstand occasionally and just refocus on the alignment. The more steady that we feel in the arms, in the shoulders, then the longer that we can hold, the easier it's going to feel to hold. So it's good to kind of step back sometimes to relook at the foundations. So let's start together. So bring your forearms down onto the ground and interlace your fingers into a fist. Now, elbows no wider than the shoulders, and why we use this alignment cue is that if I let my elbows go out too wide, then I'm giving myself a much narrower base to try and balance, whereas if I have that length through the forearms, I have much more space. I'm going to feel more steady. Now, when you look at your hands, just be mindful that you don't start squeezing your hands so that your hands go red and white. Relaxed hands, okay? Now, what you need to be mindful of here is the positioning of the palms, okay? So your hands or your palms can be all the way together, or you can have your palms apart. I really do encourage you to feel both of those options out and notice what feels best for you. Now, if you do have your palms apart, and many of us will, right? So it gives us that little bit of extra space to balance. We just want to be careful that we don't let the hands and the wrists roll open towards the sky. If our hands and our wrists roll open, it's going to be a very good chance that our head and our neck start to roll, and either that's just not going to feel good or it's going to stop us from being able to lift up. Now just watch me for a moment. So checking my foundations, and then I'm bringing the top of the head down, back of the head rests against the support. Now if your neck is just feeling a bit dodgy today, or you know that you have some sort of neck issue going on, you can just keep the top of the head away from the ground. Now, when you're here, you're pushing down through your forearms so that you're not collapsing and compressing through your neck. You've got that space through the neck and the shoulders. Then you simply tuck the toes, you lift the knees, and then you start to walk the feet forward. Now, notice here that I'm trying to stack my hips on my shoulders. Good. So let's just do this together. So interlace the fingers, check your foundations, be mindful of those wrists and palms. Top of the head comes down. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, and then walk the feet forward. Now just pause here. We're going to take 10 breaths. I want you to push down into your forearms and try and squeeze your outer elbows in. That means your neck is going to stay nice and long. Now can you lift your hips a little bit higher? Good. 5 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1. Don't lose the strength. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3. Inhale, get that space through the armpits. Breathe out. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Walk the feet back, rest the knees. And you're always taking at least 5 breaths in child's pose after your inversion. And we tend to think about headstand in its full variation. So lifting both legs up and balancing. But you get the same benefits keeping your feet on the ground. You're still getting that feeling of turning the body upside down. And so try not to focus on there always being this kind of final point that you're physically trying to achieve. And today especially, we're just focusing on the mind. Even when I am turning myself upside down, can I keep myself steady? All right, now option is to just repeat that. Option 2 would be to start lifting up into more of a full headstand. Now, don't push, don't force. If you feel ready for it, that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to show you once how to lift up, just so that you can stack your body, and it's going to make it nice and easeful for you. So interlacing the fingers, checking the foundations, top of the head comes down. We know this. We can do this perfectly now. Now, if we are lifting up, we walk the feet forward as much as we can. Try to avoid that rounding and hunching in the upper back, and then we squeeze one knee into the chest. Now notice I need to lift up onto my tiptoes to lift my hips, and I simply squeeze the knees in to hold here. And so that we're taking this tucked position in our headstand. You may well stay here. Now, often I say this and people start waving this leg in the air. This is not where the chest is. This is where the chest is. Good. Now you might just stay here. Otherwise, at this point, you want to lift your knees up towards the sky. And then when you want to extend your legs up towards the sky. Now, I know it can be tricky to know where the body is in space, but if you go from here and then just start extending one leg or both legs, my legs are pulling my body completely down. And so that when we use this technique of stacking the knees, then stacking the legs, we're already finding that headstand position. All right, so we're going to take about 20 more breaths here. If you're just not feeling it today, totally fine. Maybe you're already in Shavasana. Happens to us sometimes. So maybe you want to stay in child's pose. Maybe you're going to keep your feet on the ground. Maybe you just start working, squeezing one knee in and just playing with that balance. Otherwise, you're going to lift the feet and the legs all the way up. So checking your foundations. Try not to rush. Slowly walk the feet, then squeeze the knees in. Staying here or lifting your knees up towards the sky. And wherever you might be on a physical level with this pose, focus more on your breath. Focus more on your mind. 10 more breaths. Last 5 breaths. And very slowly bend the knees. Squeeze the knees into the chest. And then very, very slowly, as lightly as you can, let your feet come down. Rest your knees. Child's pose. And sometimes it really does feel that life totally turns us upside down. And so by working on the inversion practice, we are training ourselves. We're learning how to deal with those moments. Lifting onto the hands and the knees. Just check wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Cat-cow, inhale, look up, lift your chest, lift your tailbone. It's really nice to release after headstand. Exhale, rounding lower back, middle back, upper back. Inhale, look up, lift your chest, lift your tailbone. Exhale, rounding lower back, middle back, upper back. Inhale, look up, lift your chest, lift your tailbone high. This time, hold here. And start to walk your hands forward, coming into Anahatasana. Now, maybe you like to have your chin down to the ground. Maybe you like you have your forehead to the ground. Maybe you like to come up onto your fingertips. Wherever you are, keep your hips stacked on top of your knees. Keep your belly pulling in. Bring the palms down. Inhale, slide the body forward. And exhale, come to lie on your abdomen. Maybe wriggle those shoulders. If Shalabhasana was enough for you, stay there. Otherwise, bend your knees, reach around, catch hold of your feet, your ankles, or your shins. Big toes touch or slightly apart. Squeeze your shoulder blades, and as you inhale, kick back, lifting up for Dhanurasana. So you're trying to find balance around your belly button, kicking your feet back as you lift your chest, kicking your feet up as you lift your thighs. Take one more breath in. And exhale, release and come down. And then rolling over, coming to lie onto your back. We're close. All right, bend the knees, feet hip distance apart. I had to tell myself that. You should be able to just about touch your heels with your fingertips. Push down through your feet. Lift your lower, middle, and upper back away from the ground. Good. Now hold here. Don't let your knees, your feet, or anything splay out. So feet parallel, thighs parallel, tailbone towards the backs of the knees. And then wriggle the hands behind the back and interlace the fingers into a fist. Good. As you reach your hands down towards your feet, can you feel that lift through your chest? Keep your neck nice and long. And then release the interlace and slowly come down. Breathe. If that felt like it was enough for you, stay there. Otherwise, we will finish the back bends with a full wheel. So hands either sides of the ears, palms flat. Inhale to the top of the head. Draw the elbows together and then lifting up. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Super strong through the feet. Again, don't let those feet or those thighs splay out. Tailbone is long. Pull the belly in And can you push some weight out of your feet into your hands? And then chin to the chest and release, come down. When you feel ready, roll through your wrists. Hug the knees in, give yourself a little bit of a squeeze. Gentle rock from side to side. And then just catching hold of your feet for happy baby. Now you're pressing your thighs down towards the sides of the body as you push your feet up into your hands. And again, it can feel nice to rock gently from side to side. And then finishing with a gentle twist. So you can keep your knees together or you can wrap your right leg around your left leg. Drop your knees over towards the left side as you twist and turn the gaze towards the right side. If you feel comfortable, letting your eyes close, letting your breath slow down. And there can be this common misunderstanding that if we just do enough yoga, if we just do enough meditation, if just enough people in the world were into spiritual practice, then everything would be okay. Everything would feel good and shiny and happy. And it's just simply not reality. That's not how nature works. Everything is constantly moving through these cycles. Everything is shifting up and down, high and low. And so we're not trying to learn how to get rid of that, but we're trying to learn how to live more peacefully in these constant waves. Draw the knees back to the center, switching the bind. Drop the knees towards the right side and twisting and turning the gaze towards the left side. And so I want you to remember that when you step into your yoga practice. It's not about trying to be good at everything. It's not about trying to be perfect at everything. The practice doesn't have to feel good all of the time. But it's about learning to keep that steadiness regardless of what is happening. On the inhale, draw the knees back to the center. And exhale, place the feet down. So we have a little bit of time for closing inversions. So you might like to practice shoulder stand. If you are close towards the wall or towards a chair or a bed or a sofa, you might like to come into Viparita Karani, legs up. Find a comfortable position for your arms. Make sure that your legs aren't stretched, so don't be too close to the wall. Slight softness in the knees. Let the legs be a little bit heavy. If you're in your shoulder stand, try to bring your elbows a little bit closer towards your midline so that you can walk your hands closer towards your shoulder blades. That's going to help you to stack the body. So think about those principles that we worked in headstand. Shoulders, hips, feet. And if you're in shoulder stand and you can see your feet come over your head, I want you to bring your legs back and reach your feet up. And wherever you are, your breath is steady. If you're in shoulder stand, draw the knees towards the forehead. Extend the legs into halasana. Push out through the heels. Reach away through the arms. And then very slowly, bone by bone, come down. If you're in legs up, Supta Baddha Konasana, either at the wall or you can come and lie down on your back. And if you've been in shoulder stand, finding your counter pose. Matsyasana, arms alongside the body, palms facing up. Lift the chest, top of the head to the earth. Squeeze the legs, really open through the heart. Last 5 breaths. And then slowly come down. And find Shavasana. Let the legs be long, let the arms be long. Take a full deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh the air out. One more full deep breath in. Open the mouth, sigh the air out. And let yourself rest. If you have more time to enjoy resting, stay where you are. Otherwise, deepening the breath, gently wriggling the fingers and the toes. Stretching the arms. Bending the knees, rolling to one side. and lifting yourself up to sit. Just taking a moment of pause and just noticing any shifts, any sensations, any insights from your practice. Maybe you do feel a little bit more steady, a little bit more peaceful. And just remembering that this quality is always there. Pressing the palms together at the heart and just acknowledging your effort and your courage to be here. Drawing the chin to the chest, bowing the head to the heart. Thank you so much for making time for your practice. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'd love to hear from you. See you soon.